Brooklyn Squad. So we have a case that we worked on before, right? And I wanted to bring it to your attention because I remember this case clearly because Unsolved had did the case. And he had asked me to cover it. And of course, I covered the case, right? This young boy went missing 2020. I remember it because he told his grandmother he was going to the store. Or it was his mother. He told his mother he was going to the store and he'd be right back. He never returned back from the store. I'm sure the store is not that far from where he lives at, right? How far can the corner store be? And this young boy never returned back. He was 12 years old. Jaylen Griffin. Do you guys remember that? The saddest case ever is because they fought so hard, looking and looking and looking for him, that his mother died without finding what happened to her son. This is heartbroken. It's just like, oh my God. It's like she died of a broken heart. I'm gonna bring you back on when he first went missing. Let's go back.
Here at home, a Buffalo family that spent years searching for answers in the disappearance of a young boy is now facing a new challenge, as the mother of that boy, Jaylen Griffin, has now passed away. Our Jocelyn Person has been following this search very closely from the very beginning.
Right, Buffalo.
And tonight, she sits down with a family friend who is vowing not to give up the search for Jaylen.
As humanly possible as I can say, this one really hurt. So we're going to continue to look for Jaylen, even though his mother has gone.
A Buffalo family in shock as they tell me the mother of Jaylen Griffin, 48-year-old Joanne Ponzo, suddenly passed away. Jaylen has been missing since the summer of 2020. He was 12 years old then. Just last month, a vigil was held where you can see Joanne still crying, praying for her son to be found.
Baby, this is the last time I see my baby. This picture right here on this freaking shirt.
Ever since Jaylen went missing, those close to Joanne say she was also suffering an illness while dealing with grief. Founder of Bury the Violence, Karima Morris, has been working on Jaylen's case and is close with the family. She tells me Joanne's passing will not stop their search for Jaylen.
He still has family, siblings, grandparents, and a dad, and they still want answers. So we are going to continue.
Karima remembers Joanne being a strong woman through not only Jaylen's disappearance and the years they've searched for him, but also the death of her other son, Joanne Griffin.
Not only could she not find her 12-year-old son that went to the store, but her other son was killed. How heartbroken is that?
A hilarious, strong mother who did any and everything she could to get resolved to these things that tormented her on a daily basis, like who killed her son, Joanne, and where's her son, Jaylen?
Now, Karima has a big mission to complete in finding Jaylen and putting this case to rest.
If Jaylen is still in this area, whoever is harboring him is disgusting. It's inhumane to make you feel like you're better than anybody else and take someone else's child and keep them to the capacity where he has missed his brother's funeral. His mother has passed away. His nieces and nephews have had birthdays and things without him. How dare you? And whoever was the coward to have done anything to him, may you feel strong conviction in your spirit and get no rest and no peace until we get Joanne's baby home.
The group tells me the family is going to hold a balloon release tomorrow for what would have been Joanne's 49th birthday. In Buffalo, Jocelyn Person, 7 News.
She was very young. 49? Damn, I'm 45. Her 12-year-old son says, Mom, I'm going to the store. I'll be right back. Gone. Don't return. Her other son goes out and he gets killed. Nobody still doesn't know who killed that young boy. This mother died of an illness, yes, but a broken heart. Now let's go to the updates that just happened recently, last week. Let's go. Follow with me, y'all. Follow me, y'all. Y'all with me? I hope y'all are. Stay strong, y'all, because this is some deep shit.
If you ever tried asking questions,
you could ride along, ride along.
Taking a closer look at the South Buffalo home where police found Jaylen Griffin's body this week, nearly 4 years after the boy went missing. Authorities say they found Jaylen in the attic of 107 Sheffield Avenue. This discovery sparking several questions, including who owns this house. Also tonight, we are taking a closer look at the South Buffalo home where police found Jaylen Griffin's body this week, nearly 4 years after the boy went missing. Also tonight, we are taking a closer look at the South Buffalo home where police found Jaylen Griffin's body this week, nearly 4.
Yes, you heard it right. You heard it right. They found his body. After 4 years that this young baby has been missing, he was 12 years old. Who could have done this? They found his body. When you talk about a community that did not give up, they didn't give up. They continued to search. They continued to fight. And this is what you have to do. You got to be the fucking police. So if you're sitting at home right now, you say, my kid is missing, my kid is missing, my kid is missing. The police won't tell me nothing. You better stop depending on them. Get up, get out, and be your own detective. And call me, because I'll put this shit all over the website. I'll make phone calls and I'll do whatever else you need me to do, regardless on how many cases I've got to work with.
4 years after the boy went missing. Authorities say they found Jaylen in the attic of 107 Sheffield Avenue.
I don't
this
charge.
Discovery sparking several questions, including who owns this house and does it have a history with police? 7 News reporters Michael Schwartz and Maki Becker amplifying a neighbor's voice tonight who says she doesn't feel safe living nearby.
Neighbors of 107 Sheffield are telling 7 News they've had concerns with the 4-unit house and the people living there for years.
That house is mainly the only issue on our street, I would say.
This neighbor did not want to be named, but tells my colleague Maki Becker and I about a troubling situation.
About a year or two ago, I was walking my son down the street, and one of the ladies living in the residence at the time chased me down with a bat.
Another neighbor says she received cell phone alerts that convicted sex offenders on the sex offender registry had moved into 107 Sheffield. 7 News found records to confirm one of those individuals was booked in jail just 1 month ago on a new sex charge. And Maki found an ongoing lawsuit that sheds light on past problems there.
This lawsuit has to do with a tenant here who's accused of starting a fire inside the house that then spread to another house, causing $130,000 in damage.
That neighbor is suing the tenant, the property owner, Sunrise West LLC, and Spectrum Health and Human Services. According to Spectrum's website, it has a supportive housing program that works with adults and caters to high-need, high-risk individuals with co-occurring mental illness and substance abuse issues. The lawsuit claims Spectrum was negligent, careless, and/or reckless in vetting tenants. Does Spectrum Health and Human Services use this home? I called Spectrum Health and Human Services. A spokesperson would not confirm if Spectrum is assisting the people now living in the house, but told me the organization is cooperating with police investigating the murder of Jaylen Griffin. Police say the body of the 12-year-old who had been missing since August of 2020 was found Friday in the attic of 107 Sheffield. If you had the option to move tomorrow, would you?
Oh, I'd move today. I just don't feel safe in my own house.
Balloons and candles are now outside the house where Jaylen Griffin's body was found, as the Buffalo Police Department is continuing to investigate who is responsible for the 12-year-old's death. In Buffalo, Michael Schwartz, 7 News.
No offense.
And the people that own that building, they rent to low-income people, DSS, welfare, sex offenders, things like that. So if you're renting to low-income people, right? Why wasn't that building checked up on? Sex offenders, right? They parolees. Why wasn't it being checked? Was they being checked up on? Why isn't that building secure with cameras? Is there cameras there? What's going on? Because people want to move right now, and I don't blame them. If they had the money, honey, child, let me tell you. Somebody chased that lady down with a goddamn bat from that building. What the hell? Who took this little boy's life and put now it probably wasn't even nobody from that building. They could have just put his body in that building because they knew that building is no good. And the first place that they probably would blame would be the people around that building. Or I don't want to speculate with this. This is a young boy's life who was missing for all this time. But his body has been found. But now the problem is, who did it? They need to find out who did it. Search the inside of where they found that baby's body at, from up to down to upper and around. They found his body in the basement. And when I heard that, it reminded me of the other young boy that was shot in the head by that white supremacist. Oh, I'm definitely not done with his story. I know his grandmother has been on my platform before. And she does come onto my channel and stuff like that. But I'm definitely have more with that story because I did hear some stuff, and we will be doing another video on that. But it reminds me of that young man. What is wrong with people these days? They're very vicious. Very vicious. And they're willing to hurt just anybody for any cause, but for what reason? What was this? This was a young boy who went to the store. Now, at first, I thought, could this have been something to do with his other brother's murder? But I believe that he was missing first. So it would have, you know what I mean, would have never been. They need to find the person that did it. Sweep that building inside and out, fingerprints. But that's going to be hard because look how many years, and it's just going to have to do, though. They're going to have to do what they got to do, regardless if it's going to be hard or not, right? Because I was thinking that's going to be really hard because so many people probably went in that building through all these years. But where they found that baby's body at is where you're going to have to go search with all the fingerprints, everything. What was his cause of death, by the way? Let's start with that. We don't know yet. We're waiting for the examiners and them to come out and say it. But until then, I just wanted y'all to know they found his body. I'm pretty sure y'all knew that already. But I wanted to put it out, you know, and make it ease on my mind because it was bothering me that I haven't put it out yet. So I did want to put this out. And if you didn't know, now you know. And with that, keep his family in prayer that they find the monster that did this. Until then, I will see you tomorrow. Peace and blessings.